Hey guys, so I pre-ordered my Precision Drive pedal about 2 months ago and it just came in the mail. So I'm pretty excited to check this out. I'm not typically one to drop a lot of money on gear. I'm very particular about what I spend my money on, but this was a piece of gear that was very intriguing to me. I did plan on getting something like the Maxon OD808 later on down the road, and this seemed like a more adaptable version of that. And it just seemed to get that chunky, kind of clanky metal tone that I'm looking for. So I was very interested in it and very impressed with what I heard of it, and I thought it might be fun to do an unboxing. So that's what we're gonna do now. Here we go. So it comes in what seems to be authentic cardboard, so that's very nice. One thing that's cool is out of all the pre-orders, Misha chose me to write a handwritten letter to, so I feel pretty special about that. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually really cool. It is a handwritten letter from Misha, but you know, it's copied, and so everyone's gonna get one of these, I'm assuming. That's a nice little treat, so that's really cool of him. Alright, now to the box. There it is. Whoa. There it is inside. I've never done an unboxing. These are so dumb. Okay, here's the pedal, all nice and bundled. Man, it's a slick looking pedal. Okay, cool. So I got a little... Is that a tag or is it a sticker? I thought it was a sticker, but I think it's just a tag. And, it's a little disappointing. I was hoping I was getting some stickers. In the unlikely event that your Horizon device unit is imperfect, this pedal is covered by a free 1-year warranty on manufacturer defects. Terms and conditions go here, so that's nice. Oh, check it out. So this is some recommended settings right here. Nice that they kind of give you a quick, simple explanation of what everything does. So I was going to show you what it says on the back of this pedal, but the lighting in here is just terrible. There's a cool little message from Misha and the Horizon team. The pedal you are playing is the result of over 400 hours of careful research by the best pedal engineers. We dedicated over 6 months of our lives to create the Precision Drive. We hope you enjoy the pedal as much as we do. Thank you for helping us do what we love. Sincerely, Misha Mansoor and the Horizon Devices team. So that's a really cool little touch. It's a very personal pedal, you know. If you order the pedal, I think you get to join on Facebook. There is a Horizon Devices group, and it's a really cool community there. It seems like what the company's trying to do is create products that are encouraged and supported by the community. Like, what do guitar players want? What kind of devices do they need? What would be the perfect thing for them? And it's really cool that they're crafting the gear specifically to meet those needs. But anyway, I'm super excited to try this thing out. I'll do like a little demo for you guys, so yeah, let's check it out. Alright, so I've been playing around with this pedal for a few minutes now, and I gotta say, this is a really cool pedal. I'm really quite pleased with it. I'm playing into a Vox VT40 Plus right now. This is not actually my amp, it's an amp that belongs to my church, but out of all the amps that I have access to, this is the one that I can get the best metal tone out of. So here's the metal tone that I've been able to achieve from this amp with no assistance from the pedal. So I don't know if the camera mic is doing it justice, but I think this is actually a pretty solid tone. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty good tone and a fun one to play with. And hearing it on its own, it sounds pretty good, but I gotta admit, when I added the pedal, it makes the regular tone sound pretty pathetic on its own. This actually gets me pretty dang close to that chunky metallic sound I'm talking about. So I'll kind of demonstrate. So here is without the pedal. And with it. It's just a lot tighter, and it actually adds some gain, so if you get one of these pedals you might pull back on your gain from the amp a little bit and let this add some, which is probably what I would do, but this is fine for now. feel feel like it can be subtle or it can be more extreme depending on how you dial it in, but either way it's definitely making a difference. When you switch back, the tone on its own sounds really wimpy in comparison. Precision Drive really is a good name for it because it's not like there's just one setting that kind of works. It depends on what you want to go for. Now I feel like it's going to be different settings depending on what amp you've got or what rig you're playing through. Once I find something I'm happy with, I'll probably keep it there most of the time, but it's not like this is the only one that sounds good. What's kind of neat is this attack knob. That one really has a big effect on how it sounds. I'll go ahead and play and just kind of switch the attack knob some. So now I'm going to plug it into my Randall. Now this actually is my amp, but while it is a really good amp, it just can't quite produce a very good metal tone, at least the tone I'm looking for. So I'm curious if something like the Precision Drive can carry this over into more of that chunky, clanky territory that I'd like to get to. So stay tuned and we'll find out. Alright, so now I'm plugged into my Randall Rg 100SC, which is a very catchy name. This amp, well, this is the best metal tone I could dial into this amp. And like, for hard rock or something, it's not a bad tone for that kind of thing, but for metal, it's just not chunky enough, not clanky enough. I dialed in a few settings, and it's pretty sweet. I mean, without it, it's just really muffled. And with it, it just breathes some life into it. Again, without. Like, I love switching back because you just hear how lame it is. From comparing, it sounds like if you've already got a pretty good metal tone, you can use this pedal to amp it up just a little bit further, past the point of what the amp can do on its own. But if you've got a less than stellar amp for metal, this pedal's also really good for taking it to an appropriate metal tone. I was mostly curious about the metal tone settings, and so far I'm very impressed. But let's check out some clean stuff. Alright, so I switched to the clean channel on my amp. This amp actually sounds pretty good on its clean channel. Maybe a little flat. I actually kept the settings the same as when I had the distortion, and even with the drive all the way down, you can hear on the clean tone that it is adding a little bit of saturation, which isn't a bad thing, it's just something to be aware of, and I actually think it sounds pretty good. Yeah. Let's try cranking the drive up, see what happens. The attack knob, as you go further to the right, it does tighten it up. However, it does seem to be a bit more notey, like very stringy. For some people, they really like that. For me, I still like to retain a good balance between the saturation and the clarity of the note. And then the brightness knob just seems to be nice for breathing life into it. The drive is really cool. I'll have to play around with it more to see where exactly I'm going to use it, but it's definitely a usable knob. It's not just there to be left at zero. So that is the Precision Drive pedal from Horizon Devices. If you guys are looking for something to take your metal tone a step further, this could be it, so be sure to check it out. I hope you guys liked this video. This was kind of new for me to do, but it was a lot of fun to make. Again, I don't buy a whole lot of gear, so I don't know how many of these kinds of videos I'm going to make, but if I ever have anything interesting to share, I'll consider making another one. Anyway, until next time.